Hi guys, and welcome to Introduction Friday. I'm super excited about this. I hope you will like this video, this series of videos. And before I start with everything, I have some super cool news. One of my mentors, Eva, I have two mentors named Eva, she decided to make this a whole thing. So our whole team will be doing Introduction Friday. So if you want to know more about products that I don't talk about, or you want to see another perspective, because we all use them differently and present the products differently, you can just follow the hashtag YL Introduction Friday, and you'll find videos and posts from other people from the team I'm in. And I think this will be really cool for both you and us to share different perspectives and different products. So if you want to know and find other products, just find the hashtag, and I'm sure you'll find some great videos. Today's Introduction Friday will be a bit different from the other ones that I'll be doing, because it will be separated into two parts. I realized that if I'm going to talk about products from a certain brand, that I should first introduce the brand, especially Young Living. I got some questions from you guys, and I want to address them, and I want to introduce the brand itself and why I decided to buy just from them. And I decided to go into business side of it as well. Some of you wrote to me like, hey Buga, can you recommend some oils for this and that? Then I would recommend, and then you would say, okay, cool, I'm gonna buy them in a shop. Or I did that too. I think everybody who has Young Living products did that first. Or for instance, some of you said that you like the products, but you think they're too pricey and you don't understand why they're more expensive than some other products on the market. So I want to address these things, and I want to talk about a little bit more about that. So that's going to be the first part of Introduction Friday, and then the second part will be introducing the peppermint. I don't know if you can see it. The peppermint oil, which has been one of my top 3 lately. It's perfect for summer, and I think it's a great one to start with because you can use it even if you don't have a diffuser at home. So that's going to be the second part. So let's dive straight in. I don't know where to start. Okay, I'm gonna mention some things that I already mentioned in the video My Story. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's on my IGTV, but I'm gonna repeat them in a different context with a bit more facts. So bear with me. Why Young Living? The first, as I said, when I started with oils, I was also like, I'm not gonna give that much money, whatever. I can just buy them in a shop. And then I started collecting more like data and infos. And the first thing I already said is that in Europe, the legislature is very loose regarding essential oils. So you can basically buy a bottle of oils, and it can say that it contains 100% pure essential oil, and it can actually contain only 5% of the essential oil, and other 95% can be either synthetic stuff or other oils or just water. So that's the first thing. Even if you just want your house to smell nice and that's why you want to use the oils, or if you buy scented candles, what I realized at one point is, even if it's just for the smell, that smell is lingering in your home, in my home, and I'm inhaling it. So in long term, especially if you like candles or oils, they're gonna affect your body in long term. So it's really actually important what you're gonna inhale and what you're gonna use in your home. For instance, scented candles are just mostly chemicals that smell really nice, but are not really good for you or your home, besides smelling good, but the smell is not really natural. So it's really important, I think, to know what's in every bottle that you use and every product that you use. Okay, now you're like, okay, how do you know that Young Living is better than any of those? Young Living, first of all, it has farms and distilleries all over the world that you can visit. I know people who have been there to the farm, because in Croatia we have a farm and a distillery, and that's on my bucket list. I really want to go and see. And you can come anytime and you can see the farms, you can see the distilleries, and see for yourself all of those things that they're talking about. So that's something that not a lot of firms do, especially because Young Living is one of the rare companies that has its own farms. It has also partnership farms, but every single farm that's under Young Living has to how do you say that, has to have certain standards. They have to pass certain standards. All of those standards and procedure go under the name Seed to Seal, and that contains a lot of things. Some of them I don't even understand. It's very scientific, some of them, and it's like some tests for some stuff that I don't get. But if you're one of those people who like to know about that, write me a message and I'll send you a link where you can like really read everything that it entails. But I want to share things that were interesting to me and that are easier to comprehend, and I think that are really important. So first of all, seed to seal means that every farm that on which the plants that Young Living makes the oils from, the soil has to be clean for 50 years, or it should not be treated with any pesticide or chemicals in the last 50 years. Also, because of the plants, it has to be away from crowded ways and streets. It's not mechanically watered, but it has to be in a natural environment where it can water itself. They get rid of the weed, not the one you smoke, but you know what I mean, the plants, but with animals. So animals eat the things that are not good for the main plant. And they don't use machine during the harvesting, but they do it by hand. And you can actually go and watch that. Why they do this? Because machines can destroy the plants, destroy the substance, and also, for instance, rose oil is the most expensive oil on the market, because you need 25 kilos of rose petals to create, I think, 5 milliliters of oil, something like that. The ratio is crazy. And if you use a machine to collect the petals, it can also collect leaves. And if you distill the leaf, it's not 100% pure rose oil. So they don't want to do that, and they harvest everything by hand. Everything is as natural as possible, and every distillery is made of a specific material that complements the plant it distills. So for instance, in Croatia, we have Immortel distillery, Smide for Croatians, and it's made of inox, because that's what complements Immortel the best, and it doesn't affect the substance, and it takes out the best out of the plant without affecting it in any bad way. And so some are made of glass, some are made of metal. Every distillery is different, just so they make sure that it helps the plant and it gets the best out of it without affecting it badly or changing the substance in any way, which was like mind-blowing to me. I had no idea. I'm looking at my notes so I don't forget something. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. So let's also, one more important thing that I had no idea about, I learned during all this process, and I think it's really interesting. So let's take an example: cypress essential oil, Champres for Croatians. So cypress, every essential oil, in order to have effects besides smelling nice, so supporting your immune system, supporting respiratory system, nervous system, moods, all of those things that I talk about usually, they need to have a certain number of constituents. So for example, cypress essential oil needs to have 280 constituents for it to have all of the effects that it can and should have. If you distill cypress for 20 hours, you'll get 20 constituents. If you distill it for 26 hours, you'll get none. So you have to distill it for 24 hours in order to get all of the 280 constituents. And yeah, Young Living does that. Most of the cypress oils on the market are distilled for 3.5 hours. So enough said. And you can really check all of these facts. Also, what is like really cool about Young Living is that every bottle goes through around 90 tests. And if it fails one test, it doesn't go out. So sometimes some oils are out of stock because the substance didn't pass the test, and they have to make a new batch that will pass the test in order for it to go on the market. So sometimes you're like, oh, there's no peppermint, but that means that then you know that they're really taking care of everything. Also, they're not the only ones who do their tests. So many info. But they have a third party who does their tests for them, so they make sure that it's really true and that everything is really fine. And what blew my mind is that Young Living is the only, I think, company that has 2 of some super fancy schmancy machines that it takes 2 years to learn how to operate so they can test their oils. all of those things are really cool to me because you see how much they really care, and they're really obsessed with making sure that you get a pure essential oil that is safe to put in your skin, that is safe to inhale, that will actually really benefit your body. I told this story before, but I love telling it. The one argument that took me over and brought me over the edge of buying Young Living products was that story that they ordered 7,000 kilos of peppermint oil, and when they tested it, they realized that they have a certain ratio of mercury in it, and the ratio was like 1 drop of water in Olympic pool, which is legally totally fine. But they said, no, it's not pure oil, give it back. And they gave back 7,000 kilos of substance. They didn't care how much it cost, but the thing is, someone else did take it, but Young Living declined it. And that's, like, as I said, that's integrity to me, and I really, really admire that and appreciate that. Yeah, so I think I said everything regarding Young Living. I will also definitely make a video. I say definitely a lot, I don't know why, sorry. I will make a video about the business side of it, and I will definitely address also some of the doubts that some of you might have regarding the pyramid scheme, multi-level marketing, all of those things. If you want to talk about it now, send me a message. I'll be more than happy to chat about that too. Or if you have any other questions regarding Young Living as a brand, I'm here for you. So all in all, I think when you see how much they care, how much energy and tests and scientists and workload goes into producing this bottle of oil so that it's 100% pure, so that it's safe to use for you and your family, I think, like, for me, every single penny is worth that. And what the best thing is, as I said in my first video, when you open the bottle, I mean, now this is empty and it still has a very intensive smell, and you feel the difference. Because, for instance, lavender, some people have bad effects from lavender, but usually it's because lavender is not pure. It's not even lavender, it's lavandine. I don't know how you say it in English. In Young Living, it's pure lavender. It has to be lavender. It can't be anything else. And it's produced only in France and in Utah, and that's it. Also, Immortelle. If you get a product from Young Living that has Immortelle in it, it came from Croatia. So it's really integrity and high quality, and it's worth every penny. When you think about it, like, long term, what you're putting in your body and how you're treating your body and all of that stuff. So that's the first part of this video. Oh my god, this is gonna last forever. Okay, now introducing peppermint. So this bottle is 5 milliliter bottle of peppermint that I got from the starter kit. If you want to order just separately peppermint, you can order the big bottle of 15 milliliters. And that actually lasts not like 3 times longer, but much times longer than the 5 milliliter bottle. I don't know why that is, but it is. I love peppermint because it's my summer savior. As I wrote in one of the stories the other day, it's like having your private air conditioner. I put it on the back of my neck and it lasts literally for hours, and it cools me down so much. Like when I'm exercising and it's super hot and hard, it's really, really helpful, and it really cools me down. Also, because I've used all of my, now I used also peppermint out, but I've used all of my lavender and lemon. I put it in the diffuser. Mosquitoes, go away, bye bye, no more mosquitoes. And it cools down the whole house, and it smells awesome and frees all of your breathing ways. So it's everything. Well, not like lavender. Lavender is the unicorn oil, but peppermint is quite close for me. I also love to put a few drops on the bottom of my shower, and then when the hot water comes in, then my whole shower smells of peppermint, and it's a great thing, especially for singers, and especially in the morning. It has a very great freshening up effect and waking up effect. As you've seen on my story yesterday, I think it's also great if you just dilute it, of course, put it on your hands and smell it in and massage yourself. It's great for waking up and focusing and just clearing your head. It's been really my savior, not just because of the cooling down, but also because lately in Croatia, the weather in Zagreb has been awful. Like for the past 3 weeks, it has been foggy and rainy, and I have low blood pressure, so it's really sucks for me, and I feel very foggy and heavy and down. And I use peppermint. I would put it on my temples with the roller and on the back of my neck, and it would really help me clear my head, and the fog would disappear and I would be myself again. So I'm not lying when I say it's my savior. Yeah, also it's great after exercise with pen away as well, for any tension release, neck tension, muscle tension. I love using it. And for singers, for anyone, of course, if you have some uneasiness in your stomach, peppermint is your guy. Girl, I don't know. You can also roll it, and it really helps with any uneasiness, any tension. Peppermint is really great. It has that cooling effect. I mean, you know, if you chew a gum with peppermint, you know what it has, the effect is. So imagine that having all over your body. I really love it. So this 5 milliliter bottle I've used multiple times in the diffuser, multiple times all over my temples, my forehead, even the back of my neck. And I used it in this roller, This is something I use in the shower. So I mixed coconut oil and peppermint. I put it on my chest and under my nose and inhale every morning. So it's really great. So it's in there. It's in this roller. Oh my god. And the spray. All of that, and diffusing it multiple times, like really a lot, and putting it on my neck. And that's the 5 milliliter bottle, and it lasted me almost a month. Yeah, like almost a month, 3 weeks. But I also used it in some of the samples. I really like used it a lot. 15 milliliter bottle is 24. I will tell you the right price. Wait, let me check. I don't want to lie to you. If you sign up, it's 26.81 euros. You have to pay. If you order just that, you have to pay also the fee for sending the post. I don't know how you call that. Of course, the more products you buy, that goes lower. But that's definitely, I think, very valuable, because it has so many uses, and you can, even it's a 15 milliliter bottle, it will last you really long, I'm sure, even if you just get that one. So I mean, you see what I did with just 5 milliliters. And as I said, we also use it in the shower. In the morning, we put a few drops under the shower, diffuse it multiple times, so it lasts really long. And now that I've used it up, I filled it again with some, now I used that as well, some coconut oil, and used it as a massage oil. And now I'm gonna put it in salt, let it there for like 2 days, the more the better, and use it as a facial scrub and feet scrub. So you just keep using it. So I definitely think it's great value for money. That's it for today's Introduction Friday. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below or send me a message. I'll be more than happy to continue talking, but I think I should stop for now. Next Introduction Friday, I will cover Thieves Cleaner, because I'm waiting for it and I can't wait to try it, so I want to share that with you. If you have peppermint, if you ever tried peppermint oil, write in the comments below what you love using it for, why you like it. And yeah, that's it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for coming to the end of this video, and I'll see you soon. Bye.